So I'd like to welcome to the show today. I have Jay from Hacktivist. Welcome, Jay.
Yo.
How you doing today, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm hot.
Yep.
I'm hot and I'm tired.
Yeah, I feel you. It's getting warmer, which is nice, but it's like in this thing here, it's like a little like hot box. So
Yeah.
once the sun hits that roof, it really does warm up in here. But I've been putting the kids paddling pool out today and stuff, so they're loving it. So
Nice.
they like all that stuff, so it's all good. But yeah, thank you for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. It's actually the second time I've had Hacktivist on the show. I had Richard way back in 2016 when you released your debut. Yeah. That was cool. I enjoyed the debut album, but I'm really enjoying Hyperdialect. Is it Hyperdialect? Oh, I can't say it.
Hyperdialect.
Hyperdialect. Yes, there we go. Sorry, I get that. I get tongue tied quite easily. But I've been quite fortunate to be sent a promo copy by the good people at your promotion house, and yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. Like I said before, we went on when we hit record. You asked me what my favorite track was, and it's the one you're about to release. In fact, the Hyperdialectic track, or title track, if you will, and yeah, I mean, I'm loving Armored Core. I'm loving was it Reprogram and Planet Zero as well. These were all like awesome tracks, and yeah, I mean, you guys have been like going for a little while now. You've really kind of honed this sound. I think I discussed it with Richard 5 years ago. It was like, I'm just trying to remember bits of it. But I mean, before we start talking about the album, where do you sort of like where does your background come from? What's your sort of like avenue into Hacktivist?
My background's from like the grime scene, really. I was just grime and hip hop solo rapper before. I'm still solo now, but yeah, I used to do like grime albums and mixtapes and stuff and just sell them on the streets.
Nice.
I used to like a little bit of metal. Like I've always liked Korn and Limp Bizkit and other bands like that, Prodigy and yeah, but I wasn't really deep into the metal until Hacktivist came along, really.
Okay.
I was just focused on grime and hip hop, but I was only really big in my local hometown, and then obviously when I started mixing grime with metal, things kind of took off a little bit for me. So I rolled with the punches.
Nice. I mean, it's certainly a sort of like crossover I can get behind. Back in the sort of early 2000s, I was in a new metal group, and I was a scratch DJ. So I have a hip hop background in as much as like I like the sort of like DMC and competitive battle side of things and b-boy stuff. And yeah, and it was certainly like listening to you guys like back like 5-6 years ago. I was like, I love this sound because it's like the sort of, you said you come from the grime, it was like UK grime, but with like the sort of like progressive metal, if you will. And it's a fantastic mix on that front. You kind of I don't know if you know the guy, but Ton Piper, he's like another MC. He was very much, he reminds me of you in as much as like he's MC for a lot of like hip hop grime acts and stuff like that, but he's very much into his metal now. And yeah, he had his own metal band and stuff for a little bit, and it was pretty cool. But with Hacktivist, you guys signed with is it UFDN back around that sort of time for that first album, and you're still with them, which is great. I mean, they're an Australian-based label. How's that been for you guys generally? Because I know like sort of you've been releasing sort of odd singles here and there over the past few years, and obviously with COVID hitting, it probably put a stop to a lot of stuff on that front. But how's that been with you guys? How have they been treating you and stuff?
Yeah, Unified are all right, man. They're good because they kind of let us they let us not do what we want, but like they don't try and tell us what music to make, like what's cool, what to go for. We just kind of give them music and they take it. Nice. So they've been quite I can't find the word for it. They've been quite open, easy with us, if that's the right word. Like I don't know. I've never been signed by a different record label before, but I've heard of labels telling bands what to make, like, and how to make it, and
Yeah.
trying to tell them what to do in that sort of perspective. But they don't do that with us. We literally make music, we give it to them, and I don't know. They always seem to be quite happy with it, luckily. So,
no, that's good.
yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of, like, recently, a lot of labels have been very supportive of their artists, just sort of like producing. Whenever they produce something, they'll put it out. Whereas before, I mean, there are still labels that do dictate the sort of play, if you will. They'll pick the singles. They'll say, change certain parts and stuff like that. I've heard that side of the story, but that's good to hear that Unified are like that, because they've got quite a plethora of artists that you know, I couldn't see you guys reacting well to being told what to do. So on that front. But let's talk about the album Hyperdialect. It's out on Friday the 18th. Yeah, I mean, the tracks you've released off of it so far have been absolutely, like, monstrous. Like, compared to like what you had before, there's just like this, I don't know what it is. It's just like this real, like, new element of sound in there. I don't know if you guys have changed much. I know you had a couple of members kind of come in and out, but you know, what was the approach this time around compared to the first album?
With the first album, it was kind of it was more down to one person what went on and what parts go where, and what they wanted it to sound like. But with this album, it's definitely more split, as in we all get more of a say of what's going on in the songs, and also we all get involved a little bit more in all the songs. Like we all get involved in the lyrics. We all get involved in the placement of songs, and I think our guitarist is it's more technical. I think anyway. Yeah, more technical guitars.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like I say, it's a jump in sound, like from the first album. You can definitely tell there's a lot more influence from the rest of you in it, I guess, because then it's not your first album wasn't one dimensional, but you can definitely tell there's a lot more to this album. I mean, you asked me what my favorite track was. What's your favorite track off the album?
Lifeform.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's a good. Yeah, that's a good track. Well, yeah,
just because that's the song I had most control over. Like, there's a lot of songs on the album that are structured very differently, and like, as I said, we all get involved in all the songs on where we want stuff to be. But on some of the songs, I stepped back and was like, yo, I'm cool with anything going anywhere as long as Lifeform goes like this. So yeah, so to even it out a little bit, innit? Like, we all got involved, but with Lifeforms was my my baby kind of thing. Like, that's the one I had most input in. I don't want to say control. It sounds a bit too official, but yeah. Lifeforms, I literally, I said, this bit has to go here and this bit has to go there. And it's just, it's my favorite track lyric wise as well. Like, some of the things I say on the song, I didn't think I'd ever be able to say, and now I'm saying them. So, and I'm really excited for people to hear that song as well, and I'm excited to play it live, and I'm excited for people to sing along to it as well.
Nice. Excellent. And I mean, the tracks you released already, you had Armored Core, you had Planet Zero, like I think we already mentioned these, and was it Reprogram was the other one, wasn't it? You had
Dogs of War as well.
Dogs of War, and you had a special guest on Armored Core. Yeah, Kid Bookie.
Yeah, he's a friend. He's a friend now.
Oh, cool. I was going to ask how that came about. How was that kind of?
Yeah, it was Twitter. We got Twitter to thank for that. Someone tagged us in a Twitter post saying you guys should do a track with Kid Bookie. I checked him out. I was Jot Maxi had already showed me him before anyway. Showed me his song with Corey Taylor. And then obviously I followed him on Twitter. I checked out some more of his stuff and I was like, yeah, we should do it, definitely. So I retweeted it, commented on it saying, yeah, let's go. And he commented straight back and retweeted it saying, yeah, let's go. And then while all this was going on, we were working on Armored Core. And James, our guitarist, said to me, Jay, have you got another 8 bars or another verse for this section of the song? And then he sent like the instrumental to me, and I just forwarded it straight to Kid Bookie.
Nice.
And then I forwarded it straight back to James, and everyone was like, "Wow, sick!" And then the way Kid Bookie did it as well, you know, he's ill. He's a goat. He's a goat in this game. He's gonna be huge. Like, and the way he did it, like I sent him the song on the Monday, and then Wednesday he sent it back, done, recorded, and the way he recorded it, like he knew how to do the shit.
Yeah.
With the instrumental, the vocals, bang, 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 he did it. And he's just such a cool guy as well. Like he's the best guy. Like he's That's cool. We got to chill with him doing the music video, and just the way he is, man, the way he holds himself, the way he raps, his personality. He's a goat in this game, man. Trust me. Like, yeah. So I'm blessed to have him on the track, and I'm sure he feels the same as well. So yeah.
Cool. No, that's amazing. That's great. How the social media sort of age, if you will. I'm showing my age by saying that. But like the way things can come together now. Like before, I remember like Sir mentioned, I was in a band. We had some special guest vocals on some tracks and stuff from people back then. And it was like having to get these people at the right time, the right place. Were they touring in the area? Because there wasn't really this like way of doing it like across here. It had to be done in person, or if you did do it, you have to do it by post.
Yeah.
But no, that's amazing how quickly that came together, and how quick he was as well, and getting something solid on there as well.
He was quick and he was professional, man. So
amazing.
I'm happy to call him a friend now as well. Like awesome. I want to tour with him. I think he's supporting us on our next album launch show. Yeah, he's a wicked dude, man.
Awesome. So, yeah. Awesome. I look forward to seeing that. And you've got another special guest on the album as well. You got Aaron Matz on the track you're about to release, actually, Hyperdialect. How did that come about?
Yeah, he's a cool guy as well, man. We played a show with him in Belgium. I've met him a few times at a few different shows, man. I've partied with him. He's a cool guy. Like, I look up to him, and like he inspires me as well. Like everything about him, like the way he dresses, man, the way he holds himself, his tattoos. He's got a huge voice, and he's a cool guy as well, man. He's like down to earth. Like when you chill with him and chat with him, like he's a special guy, man. I got massive love for him. So the same thing again, really. But there was a section on the track, and we thought, should we get a guest on it? And while we were thinking about it, I asked him, sent it to him. He was up for it, and then bam, I sent it back to James. James laid it on the track. Everyone was happy with it, and yeah, like that's the way that happened. Because when I was with him in Belgium, we'd have a few drinks and say, yeah, we should do a track together, man. We should get on a track. You know, you talk it, and then sometimes it never happens. But yeah, there was just a section on the track that we thought would be good with getting a guest on it. So we already had a rapper as a guest, so I thought, let's get someone that shouts.
Yeah.
So he did it professionally as well. We sent it to him. He sent it back within a couple of days. Bang, done. And it's a friend thing as well. Do you know what I mean? It's because he's a good guy, and he's kind of one of my boys. It kind of felt right. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. I mean, you guys collaborate with a few bands as well. Like I remember back in, it's about 5 years ago, you did a track with Chemists.
Yeah, they're mates as well. Yeah.
And you've been on. I'm trying to think of the other ones. I didn't have them written down. But yeah, no. Just like I love this collaboration feel that a lot of these bands have now. Like yourselves, you can bring people in. They can do. It's very much that kind of like the sort of hip hop side of things, where you can get someone in for like 8 bars, like you say.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Just I think hype, you know.
definitely, man. I think if both bands are kind of on a good level,
Mm.
like if both bands have got like a nice amount of followers, it is a good thing to do
Yeah.
to collaborate, man.
Yeah.
Together, you're stronger like this. Do you know what I mean? Obviously,
Definitely.
like if you're in a big band and you collaborate with someone that's a lot smaller than you, you're kind of doing them a favor. So me personally, I only try and do that if they're my mates. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? If they're
Yeah.
close friends, I'll give them a helping hand and get them on a feature. Same with me as well. Us, like if we get someone bigger than us for a feature, it's got to be a kind of friendship thing. It's not
Yeah.
about the money, man. I don't feel that at all. When people say, "Oh, you're massive, we'll pay you to get on our track," that I try to steer away. I try and steer away from that because that's
Yeah.
kind of that's just a money thing, man. It's
Yeah.
Kid Bookie, Aaron Matz, Chemist, Ennett Shikari. That hasn't been about the money, man. It's been a friendship thing. So
Yeah. No, I
that's
mean
how.
that's what I love about it. I mean, I've spoken to other musicians and they've had like, their guitarist hurts themselves and they get another guitarist in, and it is like it's just a mate and it's this collaboration, and eventually they work together again, and it's the same with you
Yeah,
guys with the vocalists and stuff like that, and you working with others, and that's what I love about it, that kind of community feel,
yeah,
where it is that friendship bond, and it is that kind of, it's connecting different genres as well, so
yeah,
it's sort of making this whole music thing like one thing, and like this whole
yeah,
community of like, you may not be into it, but bands, they'll work together to help each other kind of, you know
yeah, definitely.
you raise a scene by working together. You don't raise a scene by working on your own and trying to get, like you say, it's not all about the money or anything like that. It's not, you're not gonna, charge whatever to feature on a track, or I don't charge money for having people on my show. I don't charge like, money to play songs on my other shows or anything like that, but that seems to be a thing that was sort of creeping in and hopefully
Yeah,
be sort of squashed out.
yeah, 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 definitely, man. Together we're stronger, man. So
Yeah, exactly.
we should keep it that way, man. Definitely.
Definitely. And have you got anything else like to let people know about the album, like, anything they should, look forward to or anything like that?
Um, yeah, just 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 listen to it and let us know what you think, man. Listen to it, let us know what you think on Instagram and Facebook and that and YouTube. um I'm excited to release it, and there's going to be a lot more coming as well. We're already working on new stuff, so we're here to stay now.
No.
um it's not just going to be like there was a big gap between the last album and this album.
Yeah.
uh, that won't happen again.
Cool.
That won't happen again, man. We're working in sync now with the spirits of music. We're
Nice.
working on new stuff already, basically. But please listen to the album. Let us know what you think, and show your friends. Show all your
Yes.
friends.
Yeah, share it
So,
around. So
yeah,
what else have you guys got planned? I know you got a launch show at the end of, is it July?
yeah, launch show in July. We've got a festival in Czech Republic, but we're just hoping and praying that we can play it with all the traveling restrictions and shit. We're
Yeah.
just waiting for announcements to make sure we can travel to these places and play. And we've got a bunch of festivals to play as well. Some have been announced, some haven't. We've got Bloodstock we're playing. We're
Yeah.
playing Radar Festival. We're playing Burn It Down Festival. And I don't think I can mention any of the other ones we're playing. And hopefully we're gonna go on tour again
Nice.
later on in the year.
Nice. I was looking forward to Radar because that's literally down the road from me. um
Is
um,
it Guildford or
um
something, isn't it?
sorry.
Is it Guildford?
Yeah, Guildford. Yeah, yeah. I'm down the road from there. So actually, I've got my nightclub residency in the same venue that the thing is. But I had Joe James on this show as well, the co-director. And I was going to feature it, but obviously I think this year it's been postponed till next year. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Everything keeps
Gone.
getting postponed, man. But
Yeah, but no, it
you know,
happens. It's happening at the
it's
moment.
it's
Hopefully,
happening.
but yeah, I mean, Bloodstock, that's going to be huge. Like, that's like, they seem to be going full steam ahead with that kind of
Yeah,
regardless,
yeah.
which is great. I think you guys are playing Slam Dunk as well.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
right?
shit, Slam Dunk. We're playing really early at Slam Dunk though, so if you have got if you have got a ticket to play Slam Dunk, make sure you get there early to watch. Oh shit!
That's all right.
Yeah, make sure you get there early to watch us because we're on early. But
Okay, that's good to know.
yeah, don't miss us, man. Don't miss us, otherwise you'll be gutted. But so yeah, I'll probably be hanging around afterwards, drinking some beers and watching some other bands. I want to see Sum 41.
Nice.
I think they're playing. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah.
Slam Dunk's going to be a great festival, so make sure you come there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I've got a couple of questions left for you, man. And I'll let you get on with the rest of your evening, if that's all right. Cool. So what I want to find out, normally, like I had this sort of like top 3 album thing that I used to ask, but I've kind of changed it now. What I want to know is, like, because everyone's got their sort of like top 10 albums of all time. You know, we all have them, regardless of whether we can whittle them down to 10 or not. But what I want to know are your honorable mentions. So the ones that had an impact on your life, but didn't quite make it into that sort of like top 10.
That's hard, man. That's hard because all the albums that I like made it into my top 10.
Okay.
I can't really think of any that didn't make it into my top 10. Really?
Is there any particular like tracks by anyone that aren't on those albums, but like the sort of individual track off the album, if you will, that had an impact on you?
Well, they had an impact, but didn't make it.
Didn't make it into those top 10 albums.
Oh, that's a toughie. Oh, jeez. Roll Deep album. The Roll Deep album. In at the Deep End is called.
Yeah.
There's a track on there called Roll Your Boat. Okay. That's a banger. All the albums I've listened to make it into my top 10, man. That's a hard one.
All right. Yeah. Well, give me your top 3 then. What are your top 3? What would you recommend to people out there?
My top 3 albums.
Yeah.
Set Paternal.
Okay.
Bring Me the Horizon. That kind of got me into the metal a little bit more.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, The Marathon Continues. No, Victory Lap is called. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap. That's one of my favorite albums. And Obi Trice, Cheers. That's one of my favorite albums as well. And they're all in my top 10 somewhere. Yeah,
somewhere. I haven't heard that Obi Trice album in a long time. So I'm gonna go back and listen to that.
I've been listening to it recently, man.
Yeah. Does it hold up?
What's that, mate?
Does it hold up?
It holds up, bro. It bangs. I took all the best tracks off it and put it in my Spotify playlist, man. I got fucked over. Yeah, I got fucked over by some girl, and I needed to hear that album again. And the album got me through it, man. I feel good again after listening to the album, man.
Excellent.
Bad boy tunes on that album, man. Trust me.
I'm gonna have to listen to that and the Victory Lap as well.
Listen to the album. It's hard. It's hard as fuck.
Nice. No, it's all right. You can swear. But Bring the Horizon, yeah. I mean, they've kind of gone from strength to strength themselves. Over the years, from like the sort of like death thrashcore that they were to now that this kind of like behemoth of metal that they've become.
Yeah. I love them, man. I love them. I always hear people say, oh, they've gone like this, they've gone like that, oh, they've gone like this, man. But like, I just ignore that, man. They're sick, innit? They're sick. Like, Ollie's a good songwriter, man. So
no, it's I prefer like now to then, if you will.
I like it all. I like Ammo. I like the Spirit album. I like their new one. But that Set Paternal album, when I first started going on tour with Hacktivist, the boys used to play that album all the time, and I was like, "Yo, what's this?" Like, "Yo," and like I was like, "Who is this?" Like, and I could like the guy was shouting and singing, but I could hear what he was shouting about. Yeah, and I could understand the lyrics, and I was like, "Rah, man, this is sick." And yeah, now I still listen to the album now quite a lot. Like, I still love the album, man.
Awesome. Yeah. So finally, Jay, what are your hobbies away from Hacktivists when you're not, writing, performing, doing all the sort of like album promo, what sort of stuff do you get up to sort of like, you know, I don't know, separate away from it, or if you've got any like long existing hobbies?
Um, I do a lot of solo songs as well.
Yeah.
That's one of my hobbies, is like doing solo songs. Um, and VW Beatles.
Oh yeah.
I'm well into VWs and Beatles. I've got a 2015 VW Beetle. I like doing stuff to that. Obviously, I've lowered I put coilovers on it, so it's like nearly touching the floor. Big wheels and that on it. I smoked out the lights the other day. Yeah, I'm well into VWs and that. And looking after my kids, man. Yeah,
Nice.
it's not really a hobby, but like
No, I know
that's
what you mean.
that's my that's my thing, man. It's either music, VW cars, or looking after my kids. I like playing computer games as well,
Yeah.
which I'm doing now. Um, yeah, I like a bit of graffiti as well, like spray painting and stuff. I like skateboarding and BMXing as well, and tattoos.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. The VW side of things, I've got a mate who restores old ones.
Yeah, yeah, I love the old ones as well, man. I love the old
Yeah,
camper vans. I love the old Beetles, but
yeah.
obviously I use my car. I'm not very good with engines in it. I don't know how to fix engines and that. So my Beetle's nice and new, and
Okay.
it just
Yeah,
looks hard, isn't it? I just have it looking hard.
nice.
So I do love the classics, but I haven't got a classic
No,
at
no,
all.
that's all good.
Yeah,
It's
if
just
it
it's
breaks
just
down, I
quite
wouldn't know
fun.
what to do with it. But
Yeah,
I go to a thing called Bug Jam every year. It wasn't on last year, obviously, because of the COVID. But I go to
yeah.
Bug Jam at Santa Pod. It's like a VW festival.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm a VW enthusiast. That's
Nice.
what they call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's the word for it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got VW tattoo as well. Crazy,
Ah. Oh yeah.
crazy,
Nice.
crazy back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Well, Jay, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate your time and everything. Good luck with the album. I look forward to seeing you guys live. Like I said, I was hoping for Radar, but that wasn't to be. But there are other opportunities. You know, I don't know if Bloodstock's going to be on the horizon for me or not, but definitely going to try and make that. But obviously, you know, UK shows, UK band, I'll be there somewhere. You know, in and around wherever I am. So
Yeah, man.
cool. Jay, thank you very much, man. Have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you for your support, man. Big up.